Welcome to Let's Get Motivated, where we learn, encourage, and teach someone to be the best version of themselves every single day. If you're new here, welcome to a community that chooses growth over giving up, purpose over pressure, and strength over struggle. And if you're feeling stuck, tired, or overwhelmed, take a deep breath. Don't worry. You're not alone. You're exactly where you need to be right now. Today's message is for anyone who has been waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, or the perfect version of themselves before starting. Let me tell you this clearly and honestly. Perfection is often the enemy of progress, and waiting too long can silently steal your dreams. Your comfort zone may feel like protection, but over time it becomes a prison. One with no locks except the fear of change and the habit of staying the same. Growth doesn't announce itself with confidence. It whispers through discomfort, uncertainty, and those moments when your heart tells you to try, but your mind begs you to stay still. Every dream you've postponed, every risk you've avoided, and every version of yourself you've delayed is waiting on the other side of courage. Today is not about criticizing where you are or feeling ashamed of past hesitation. Today is about awakening your potential and reminding you that progress begins the moment you decide to move. You don't have to leap, you just have to step. You don't have to feel ready, you just have to be willing. So today, let's break down the principles that will help you crush your comfort zone, confront fear with confidence, and step boldly into the growth, purpose, and life you were always meant to live. So what are we waiting for? Let's get motivated. Principle number 1. Get honest about where comfort is holding you back. Crushing your comfort zone begins with brutal honesty about the areas where you've settled instead of stretched. Many people confuse peace with avoidance, but avoiding growth slowly drains your purpose. When you stay comfortable too long, you stop dreaming bigger and start justifying smaller lives. Comfort disguises itself as being realistic, when in truth, it's fear in softer clothing. Ask yourself where you're choosing convenience over courage. Notice the patterns you repeat simply because they feel familiar, not because they fulfill you. Growth starts when you stop lying to yourself about why you haven't moved yet. Awareness is powerful because you cannot change what you refuse to confront. The moment you admit where comfort has trapped you is the moment freedom becomes possible. Honesty breaks the illusion that you're stuck forever. Principle number 2. Accept that discomfort is the price of growth. Nothing meaningful is built without discomfort, and growth is no exception. Every level you want requires a version of you that doesn't exist yet. Discomfort is not a sign that something is wrong. It's proof that something new is forming. When you avoid discomfort, you delay transformation. Growth stretches muscles you've never used, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. The people you admire most didn't avoid discomfort, they learned to move with it. Temporary unease creates permanent strength. When you embrace discomfort, you stop fearing it and start using it as fuel. Comfort keeps you stagnant, but discomfort pushes you forward. The more you tolerate growth pain, the more resilient you become. Discomfort is not your enemy, it's your teacher. Principle number 3. Redefine fear as a signal, not a stop sign. Fear often appears right before breakthroughs, not disasters. Instead of seeing fear as a warning to retreat, learn to see it as evidence that you're stepping into something meaningful. Fear shows up when you're about to expand beyond old limits. If you wait for fear to disappear, you'll wait forever. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's movement despite it. Fear asks, what if it doesn't work? But growth asks, what if it does? Every time you act through fear, you weaken its control over you. Fear shrinks when faced directly. Growth demands that you walk while your hands shake. When you stop obeying fear, it loses its authority. Fear doesn't define your future, your response to it does. Principle number 4. Take small but uncomfortable actions daily. Crushing your comfort zone doesn't require dramatic leaps. It requires consistent, uncomfortable steps. Small actions done daily build unstoppable momentum. One uncomfortable conversation can change your direction. One brave decision can rewrite your confidence. Waiting for motivation keeps you trapped, but action creates motivation. Each small step trains your mind to trust your courage. Progress compounds faster than comfort ever could. These small wins rewire your identity from I can't to I did. Action silences doubt more effectively than overthinking ever will. Comfort zones collapse when exposed to repeated action. Consistency beats intensity when it comes to growth. Principle number 5. Stop waiting for perfect timing. Perfect timing is an illusion created by fear to keep you still. If you wait until everything feels right, you'll never begin. Growth favors those who move imperfectly. Timing becomes right after you take action, not before. Every successful person started before they felt ready. Clarity comes through motion, not waiting. The longer you delay, the heavier fear becomes. Starting messy is better than standing still forever. You don't need confidence to begin. You gain confidence by beginning. Action creates alignment. Now is always the best moment to grow. Principle number 6. Surround yourself with people who stretch you. Your environment either expands you or shrinks you. Staying around people who fear growth will normalize staying small. Growth requires voices that challenge, not just comfort. You need people who remind you of your potential when doubt gets loud. Energy is contagious, and so is courage. When you see others stepping outside their comfort zones, it gives you permission to do the same. Isolation feeds fear, but community fuels growth. Choose environments that demand more from you. Growth-minded people raise your standards naturally. Who you listen to shapes who you become. Upgrade your circle to upgrade your life. Principle number 7. Detach from the fear of failure. Failure is not proof that you're incapable. It's proof that you tried. Comfort zones thrive on the fear of embarrassment and mistakes. But failure is feedback, not a verdict. Every failure teaches you something comfort never could. The most successful people failed more times than others even tried. Growth requires experimentation, and experiments sometimes fail. When you detach your identity from outcomes, you free yourself to grow. Failure refines your strategy, not your worth. Staying comfortable guarantees regret, but failure guarantees learning. You only truly lose when you stop trying. Progress demands permission to fail forward. Principle number 8. Build discipline when motivation fades. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline carries you through growth. Comfort zones survive on moods, not commitments. Discipline trains you to act even when you don't feel like it. Growth requires showing up consistently, not emotionally. Every disciplined action weakens the grip of comfort. Discipline builds self-trust, and self-trust fuels courage. When motivation fades, habits keep you moving. Growth respects effort, not excuses. Discipline turns fear into routine. The more disciplined you become, the less comfort controls you. Consistency beats inspiration every time. Principle number 9. Visualize the cost of staying comfortable. Sometimes growth begins when you clearly see the price of not changing. Comfort may feel safe now, but it becomes painful later. Staying the same costs you opportunities, confidence, and fulfillment. Imagine yourself years from now, wishing you had acted today. Regret weighs heavier than discomfort ever will. Growth protects your future self. When you visualize the long-term cost of comfort, action becomes urgent. Comfort steals time silently. Growth redeems it intentionally. Choose temporary discomfort over permanent regret. Your future deserves bravery today. Principle number 10. Decide daily to choose growth over comfort. Crushing your comfort zone is not a one-time decision. It's a daily choice. Every day presents opportunities to stay safe or step forward. Growth happens when you repeatedly choose courage. Comfort will always invite you back, but discipline keeps you moving ahead. You become what you practice daily. Each brave choice reshapes your identity. Growth compounds when decisions align with purpose. Confidence grows through repetition, not wishing. You don't need to be fearless. You need to be committed. Choose growth today, and tomorrow will follow. Your comfort zone only survives if you keep feeding it. I want to share my life's experience to you, because there was a season in my life when everything looked fine on the outside, but deep inside, I felt stuck and unfulfilled. I stayed in routines that felt safe because they didn't require me to risk failure or embarrassment. I told myself I was being patient, when in reality, I was avoiding discomfort. I watched opportunities pass by because they scared me more than they excites me. Each time I chose comfort, I felt a quiet disappointment in myself. I knew I was capable of more, yet fear kept me frozen. The familiar became my hiding place, not my resting place. Over time, my confidence slowly weakened because I wasn't challenging myself anymore. I realized comfort wasn't protecting me, it was limiting me. That awareness was the painful but necessary wake-up call I needed. The turning point came when I decided that staying the same hurt more than trying and failing. I started taking small, uncomfortable actions, even when my confidence was low. I spoke up when I normally stayed silent and tried things I once avoided. Every step felt awkward and uncertain, but it also felt alive. Fear didn't disappear, but it lost control as I moved forward anyway. I learned that courage grows through action, not overthinking. Some attempts failed, and some lessons came through disappointment, but each experience strengthened my resilience. I began trusting myself more because I kept showing up. Growth became less scary the more I practiced it. Discomfort slowly turned into confidence. Looking back, I'm grateful I didn't stay where I was comfortable. Crushing my comfort zone reshaped how I see challenges and fear. I stopped waiting to feel ready and started moving while unsure. My mindset shifted from avoiding failure to embracing learning. Each uncomfortable moment added depth to my character. I discovered abilities I never knew I had. Confidence followed consistency, not perfection. Growth became a daily decision, not a one-time event. I now understand that comfort limits vision, while courage expands it. The life I'm building today exists because I chose discomfort yesterday. Stepping out of my comfort zone didn't change everything overnight, but it changed me permanently. Here is my challenge for you today. to identify one area of your life where comfort is holding you back and take one bold step forward. Choose one action this week that makes you uncomfortable but moves you closer to your goals. Speak up, try again, start something new, or face the fear you've been avoiding. Do not wait for perfect timing or full confidence. Move with what you have. Write down what scares you and do it anyway. Commit to growth over convenience. Remember, small brave steps taken consistently will break any comfort zone. Growth begins the moment you decide not to stay the same. Your comfort zone may feel safe, but it will never lead you to your purpose. Everything you want, growth, confidence, success, and fulfillment, lives just outside what feels familiar. You don't have to be fearless to move forward. You just have to be willing. Each time you choose courage, you become stronger than your fear. Keep pushing, keep growing, and keep believing in who you are becoming. This is your reminder that you were made for more. Step out, rise up, and crush your comfort zone, because your future self is counting on you. Keep showing up, keep learning, and keep moving forward, even when it feels uncomfortable. You are capable, you are learning, and you are becoming better with every step. This is Let's Get Motivated. And today, choose action over fear, progress over perfection, and growth over hesitation. Until next time, thank you!